They say that for the best fried chicken, you need to head south. For the best clam chowder, Boston. For the best in barbecue, Kansas City, as in Kansas City, Missouri. Well, as our unknown eater says, it's not necessary to do all that travel.
This is how they make it in Kansas City. Slap on the sauce and let it sizzle. But you don't have to travel to KC for great barbecue. It's right here at a little hole in the wall called, what else? Kansas City Barbecue. The first thing you'll notice inside is the atmosphere. Lots of KC memorabilia, references to the Wizard of Oz, even a message from Dorothy, who's from Kansas. Believe me, this is a great place to go if your stomach is growling. Or if you've been exercising.
We've been walking a long ways and I was hungry and...
No matter how hungry, you're assured of good times and laughter. First, pick your favorite drink.
Nothing with poison in it, I think.
Pick your poison. Beer seems to be the favorite here. When 4 of us visited, the beer was served nice and cold. The food steaming hot from the kitchen. We all had something different and all agreed it was fantastic, and there's lots of it to like.
Because they give a lot of food.
Everyone has a favorite.
Ribs, fries.
Mine's ribs.
But just like in Oz, where Dorothy made a mess of the witch's plans,
You cursed rat! Look what you done!
you'll make a mess at Kansas City Barbecue.
A little messy, but that's the fun of it.
The fun also involves licking your fingers. It's polite to do that. Just ask Mom. She'll probably be doing the same thing, even though napkins are available.
I always make sure and give everybody lots of napkins because you need them.
And when you leave, you'll have a bulging stomach.
Bust my buttons!
Just like Kansas City. I used to live in KC and have visited some of the famous barbecue restaurants. San Diego's KC Barbecue was opened by some former Kansas Cityans, and it's close to the original, but it didn't seem to have quite the charge as real Kansas City Barbecue. It's not quite as spicy, and the service was a little bit slow. It's still great food at a moderate price. This little kid sure enjoyed it. And I enjoyed taking a trip back to Kansas City without even leaving town.
I keep forgetting I'm not in Kansas.
And if you're from Kansas City, the place will take you back home. And everyone knows...
There's no place like home. There's no place.
For News 8, this is The Unknown Eater.
For the final home game of the season, 75-62 over Santa Clara. That raises USD's record to 17-8 overall. With 3 games left, the Toreros still have a chance at 20 wins and maybe even an NIT bid. Scott Thompson had 14 points. He gets 2 more right there. Also had 10 rebounds. But the outgoing seniors had the spotlight. Here's Pete Murphy hitting a couple jumpers from outside. Murphy with 23 points tonight. Mark Bostic had 14 points, 7 assists. That's Paul Leonard. He's only a junior. He'll be back. And yes, senior backup center Mario Coronado got in the game, and he scored on 2 free throws and got a standing ovation.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to it. Actually, I'm not going to really retire. I'm going to quit the weather, and it's kind of complicated, but I'm going to work part-time behind the scenes, keep my hand in. Yeah.
What are you going to do with all that spare time? You know, you've been
Spare time? Oh, listen, first of all, I got to clean out the garage.
That's the first thing.
It's going to take 6 months. You know, I'm going to see if my lawn will turn green. Oh, I got a lot of things planned. Hey, first of all, I want to thank John Culea for putting together that nice little tribute at 6:30. That was really, really nice.
Very well done.
Yeah.
And Ben Cutchell was the photographer.
I didn't do that earlier. And listen, Mitch, the time has come, as we all know, and you know what they say. I wanted to say this earlier, never did get a chance. You know what they say about old weathermen?
What is that?
Old weathermen never die. They just run out of guests. Been saving that for my last weather for years. But it is time. After 25 years, not 32 in broadcasting at Channel 8. Another little correction, but 25 really doing the weather, either part-time or full-time. It's time to stop stealing the money and get out of here. The time has come. And what a way to go, huh? Full moon tonight. Isn't that gorgeous? Just fantastic. Okay, let's take a look at our present conditions. Right now, downtown is 64 degrees, humidity 50%. It was down to 20% earlier today with our Santa Ana. Pressure's high. Wind is from the southeast at about 5 miles per hour. Sky is clear. Just a gorgeous day. Some county temperatures for you now. Mount Laguna 60, Borrego with a high of 85 today. Just about everybody in the 80s. Just a super gorgeous day, huh? Bonus in February, right, huh? Except for the beaches, 60s and 70s. Downtown, 82. That was not a record, though. Record for the state, 85 back in 1954, low of 50. All right, let's take a look at our satellite map now. And it's cleared up for the most part on the East Coast, except for Florida, where they had some rain continuing today. And up on the Northeast, they had a couple of 3 inches of rain overnight last night in parts of western New York and Pennsylvania. But the heavy stuff is over here in Illinois and in Indiana. Terre Haute, Indiana, 2 inches of snow in 40 minutes' time. Now, that's coming down. About 5 inches on the ground last we heard. and 5 to 7 inches in places like Springfield, Illinois, Peoria, Quincy, and Decatur. Really a biggie there. And, of course, the heavy rain continues way up in the northwest. They've got flood warnings posted today and tonight in parts of Oregon and Washington and Idaho, Astoria, Oregon, with 3.5 inches of rain. But all, of course, well north of us. And look here, Southern California, did old Uncle Doug do well for you? Pull out the stops on his last day, huh? Just a gorgeous day. The least I could do before I walk off to the sunset. We kind of overdoing this a little bit. yeah, I think we are. Really running it into the ground. Hey, why not? Okay, let's take a look at our forecast map now. And here's the big high that's continuing our Santa Ana condition, and it's continuing to build now. So we'll have another couple of nice, real warm days. And as you can see, the storm track is well to the north of us, way up there. And I knew something like this was going to happen. What does that? Oh, the control room. Oh, all the crew. That's nice. Oh, I can't read it. Where are my glasses? I hope it was nice, those messages. Oh, thanks, gang. That is really nice. I'll have some words to say to you in just a moment. Where was I? Okay, for the rest of the country, some scattered snow in the upper plains and the upper Mississippi Valley. Who cares? Okay, good. Got the message. Yes, you're waving at a living legend, let's face it. And some snow continuing in the east and rain through the southeast. And I've got a couple of temperatures up in my head. Let's see if they'll come out. Boston 33, Chicago 30, Los Angeles up to an 88 today, and San Francisco warmed up to a 72. Can I go over here now? Okay. The forecast. Sunny, warmer days through Tuesday, huh? What a way to go out. Just fantastic with gusty northeast winds. They could be as much as 35 miles per hour up in the mountains. And the temperatures, wait till you see this. Beaches 80 tomorrow, low 80s downtown, mid to high 80s in the inland valleys. Now, Mitch, before you say another word, I've got to do some thanks here. First of all, it's been a great pleasure working with you. You're a real pro. And with Laz, who I have seen become a pro in the few short months he's been here.
Absolutely.
Just great. I want to thank my wife, who's taken such good care of me all these years and always kept my umbrella cleaned and pressed. And I want to thank the crew who were waving at me a moment ago, especially our directors, and I'll get their names right tonight. Debbie Adler and Frank Myholer and Chuck Apostolos. Yeah. And one more thing, I must thank the Weather Bureau, the guys at the Weather Service. I've been picking their brains down there for years. Don't know what I would have done without them. Now I am ready to walk off into the sunset.
But first,
before
you go.
Oh, you mean there's more?
Before we go to the break, we want to turn back the clock on your career just a bit. So, Frank, roll the time machine.
All right. Oh, we wouldn't let Mom down. No way. Yeah, it's just been great, and my mind just went blank. I forgot what I was going to say. And what was I going to say? Oh, no. This ruins the whole bit, you know, having to wear a microphone. I just blew the whole bit. Lots of clouds, heavy cloud cover over the Ohio Valley. Whoops, where am I? Here I am. Everybody all right? Dear Mr. Oliver, do you really know your front from your rear? Wait till you hear my answer to that. You'll have to buy the book. So the forecast, mostly clear tonight. A few variable clouds tomorrow, but nice and sunny for the most part.
Now, the KFMB Weather Word, brought to you by San Diego Gas and Electric Company.
Well, this is more like it, huh? Beautiful day today. Just gorgeous out, not hardly a cloud in the sky. Great to go out in a blaze of glory, huh?
And we have an age
beautiful,
to bid.
just beautiful.
Not on television. Well, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. My honor, sir.
Thank you, and you too, Laz, over there out of camera. It's been really, really grand, and thank you all so much. Going to miss you guys.
We're going to have a final item or two in just a moment. Stay with us.